Let's talk Aura versus Bark. Do these really deliver the peace of mind you need? These parental control solutions claim to address our major concerns as parents. Things like blocking access to inappropriate sites, especially pornography, and managing app usage during important times like school or bedtime. We'll explore how Aura and Bark allow you to monitor messages and emails, limit time online, and prevent your kids from bypassing these safeguards. And ultimately, we'll figure out which of these parental control services is the best fit for you and your family. Now, we use Aura in our household, but there's a good chance you might find Bark suits your needs better. If you do like Aura, you can click the link in the video description to apply an exclusive discount on your family's plan. It'll also help support my channel at no cost to you so that I can keep testing tools to keep you and your family safe online. Alright, let's do this. First things first, what kind of bang are you getting for your buck? We're focusing on Bark Premium for this comparison, squaring off against Aura's parental controls. For about $14 a month as I'm recording, Bark provides comprehensive parental controls on various devices, including iOS, Android, and Chromebook. Aura's parental control plan is about $99 a year, which is about $8 a month, so quite a bit cheaper than Bark. In addition to comprehensive parental controls, Aura provides safe gaming for over 200 Windows PC games, antivirus, a VPN, and a password manager. The Aura app only works on iOS and Android devices at this time. So price-wise, Aura brings more to the table and it's cheaper than Bark. But how effective are they in practice? When it comes to kids outsmarting parental controls, both Aura and Bark have their own strengths and weaknesses. Aura lets you block unsupported browsers and shuts down any proxies or VPNs, which makes it tougher for kids to find loopholes. But if your kid uses an Android, all they have to do is uninstall the app. This can be blocked on iOS, but in either case, you get immediate notifications. Bark uses a unique device code to change its VPN settings. This code is key because if it's used to access any protected feature, Bark automatically relocks it after 5 minutes. But of course, the Bark for Kids app can be uninstalled without much hassle. The thing is, it just takes one Reddit thread for any tech-savvy kid to find their way around any parental control system. Even if you block those searches on their devices, who's to say they aren't going to find some help? So the best way to deal with this is to have an open conversation with your children before you install either of these on their devices. Explain to them why this is more about keeping an eye on the dangers of the internet and keeping those at bay than it is about keeping an eye on them. Now, let's talk about limiting screen time and device usage. This is a big one for a lot of us parents. With Bark, you get pretty flexible screen time management. It lets you set different web and app filtering rules for different times of the day. For example, school hours versus bedtime versus free time. You can even tailor these schedules for each day. So, for example, they might be a little stricter on weekdays and a little more relaxed on the weekends. And if you need a quick break, just hit pause the internet. But here's the thing, Bark doesn't track or limit the total time your kid spends on specific apps. So setting a cap like 2 hours on YouTube a day is not really what Bark is designed for. Aura allows you to set overall internet time limits and time limits for specific apps and sites. So you could, for example, set a 3-hour daily screen time limit with 1 hour allocated for YouTube and 1 hour allocated for Netflix. As with Bark, there's a handy pause the internet button in case you ever need to take a time out, and they just recently introduced a bonus time feature. This allows you to grant a little extra screen time as a reward for good behavior, or more likely to buy us parents a few extra minutes to finish up cooking dinner. It's a great way to balance screen discipline with some flexibility. So if setting specific app time limits is high on your priority list, then Aura might be the choice for you. But many of us turn to parental controls for other reasons, like monitoring conversations, managing app usage, and blocking inappropriate content. So let's dive a bit deeper. Bark keeps an eye on your kids' texts, emails, and socials, but it doesn't show you everything. It flags stuff that might be sketchy based on what your concerns are, like bullying or inappropriate chats. Side note though, Bark can't keep tabs on some biggies like TikTok or Snapchat if you're on an Apple device. And the real-time checking only works when your kid's phone is on the same Wi-Fi as your device. The reports Bark provides are more big picture. You'll know who they're talking with most and the general nature of their conversations, but it won't give you the full play-by-play. Now, one place where Aura really steps up their game is with gaming. Aura checks your kids' gaming audio and chats for anything mean or questionable, and it notifies you if there's anything of concern. And Aura is super flexible with blocking sites and apps. You can block anything from dating to shopping sites, you name it. And it works like a charm. I blocked a ton of stuff when I tested it, and Aura just wouldn't let me get through to any of it. Another thing is that Bark allows for real-time location tracking on your child's devices, as well as geofencing, so that you can get alerts as they come and go from school, for example. And you can just ask your child to check in with their location as well, rather than constantly stalking them as they get to an age where they really should have a little bit more space. Aura doesn't have any location tracking as of now, so if that's important to you, then that might be a reason to go with Bark. The choice between Bark and Aura really comes down to your parenting style. Bark promotes a philosophy of more mutual trust, alerting you to potential issues without giving you full access to their digital life. Those are values I support and appreciate. Aura offers a little more direct control and detailed monitoring, but it does still respect your child's privacy. It's about balancing trust with the harsh reality that the internet is a risky place. I lean towards Aura for its comprehensive monitoring and control features. But here's the crucial part. As parents, we gotta lead by example. If we're glued to our screens, expecting anything different from our kids is hypocritical. So let's set the tone and show them there's a world beyond those screens. If you think Aura is a good fit for you and your family, don't forget to click that link in the video description to get a discount on your family's plan. I'll leave you with a couple of videos right here that you might find helpful. And until next time, stay savvy.